Setbacks are unavoidable. We're going to experience them at some point in our lives. Not the first time, certainly not the last time. The difference between the ones who get over them, the winners, the ones who can handle the setbacks and keep moving forward compared to everyone else, is how they respond. So if you've been knocked down, if there's times in life where it feels like someone's punched you in the face, here's how to get back up stronger than ever before. Hey guys, it's Brendan, and in this video we're going to talk about how you overcome setbacks. You've experienced a setback, maybe you've been knocked down. How do you keep going forward? How do you keep going? How do you turn that adversity and that pain into power that pushes you to the next level and you use it rather than it uses you? And so in this video we're going to talk about those, and I'm going to give you 3 key points on how you can start overcoming those setbacks. And the first is reframe the setback as a lesson. Every failure carries a lesson. Instead of asking why me, ask what can I learn from this? This shift in mindset turns obstacles into stepping stones. We have attracted everything into our life. Everything is here to help us grow and evolve. Our challenges, our problems, our setbacks are a gift. They're just in disguise right now. And if we can understand this, we can understand that those challenges, those things that we want to avoid, or the setbacks, they're actually here to help us. We can use them to help us grow whenever we need to. They're stepping stones. Now you can only connect the dots looking back. So the way to do this is to find all of the things that you think are setbacks, all the negative or bad situations. And this was one of the most liberating experiences of my life, and I do it still to this day. I still go back and learn what I need to learn. And I wrote a list or took down all of the bad situations or all the negative situations from my past, all the things that didn't go how I wanted to, and I found all of the lessons in them. Now this was a time, it's something that I still continually do, because there's new little things that I'd forgotten about that pop up. And even if something happened yesterday, I'd be like, okay, so what can I learn from this? Because I know there's no such thing as mistakes, there's only lessons. The only mistake is the lesson that we don't learn. So everything in life is a lesson. If we can find the lessons, we don't need to repeat the same struggles. You know, you think about it in schooling systems, you have I don't know if you have exams in grade 1, but let's just say that you do. You're in grade 1, you have to have that exam and that question and that challenge at the end to get to the next level. Now, once you once you get through grade 1 and you pass and go to grade 2, you never have to go back down again and repeat grade 1 again. All of those challenges, all of the lessons that you got in that, you don't have to repeat them because you're at level 2. You go to level 3 and it's the same, the levels, and then keep going up. So when we get the lessons that we need to in life, we don't have to repeat the challenge. We don't need that to happen again. So when you can understand this, you can write, okay, what can I learn from this? What's the lessons? What's the learnings? Then you just learn from your past that makes you better, rather than having to repeat that pattern or that cycle or that event or situation or circumstance for you to then need to get the same lessons. Because you're being forced, the universe is giving you those lessons, but you're not taking them in. So you've got to keep repeating that until it actually hits you in the face and gets you. And otherwise it will keep happening, and those setbacks will keep getting harder and harder until literally they punch you in the face. It might just be a little tap on the shoulder at first. Then all of a sudden it might be a punch in the face, might be a kick to the side of the head as well. And then when you're down, they might lay a few kicks into you as well. But it's because you'll find that all of those things are there. The little taps on the shoulders, maybe the little tap on the side of the head, maybe a small little thing that was a little bit louder, but you ignored it, you didn't learn from it, and it needed to get your attention somehow, and then it just did a good number on you. And this is how the setbacks get worse and worse and worse. So if we learn the lessons that we need to learn, then we won't have to worry about them coming up again. Now there'll be new setbacks, but not the same ones that are repeating. Now Nelson Mandela said, you either win or you learn. That's it. There's no such thing as losing. You either win or you learn. The only way you lose is if you don't learn. So you need to learn. You need to take the time and go, what can I learn from this? What are the lessons? What are the learnings? What are the realizations? When you find them, you'll have so much peace in your life, and you'll find that every setback has helped you and made you grow and made you better. And then you won't avoid them, because there'll be a setback and you're like, yes, I know this is going to make me better. And the second thing that comes to setbacks and how you can overcome them is to control what you can and let go of the rest. Most men and people in general waste energy stressing over things that are out of their control. They're stressing over things that don't need to be stressed about. So focus on your actions, focus on your attitude, how you think, how you feel, the mindset that you have, and that's where your power is. One of the best questions you can ask yourself is this true? Now, I spent years asking myself this question. There'd be something going on in my life because we tell stories, you know? We tell ourselves stories and they're just all lies. And we tell ourselves stories and make up situations and stress about things that aren't even true. And so we ask ourselves this question, is that true? And sometimes you might say yes at the start, but then you go, can I be 100% sure without a doubt it's 100% true? The answer will always be no, because you can never be 100% certain. Like really, even the sun coming up tomorrow it's like probably a 99.9999% chance, but there's a very small little portion that it won't come up tomorrow. And so if that's the case, then it means that it's not 100% true that it's going to come up. Same as everything else in life. And when you can ask yourself this question and go, if it's not true, that implies that it's false. What's possible for you now that that story you've been telling yourself is false? And then you can let go of the rest and focus on what you can control the controllables. Once you do that, you'll find that you have so much more control in your life, of course, but then you'll start actually creating your life rather than being the victim to your circumstances. Now, Theodore Roosevelt said, do what you can with what you have where you are. Very simple way of putting it. If you follow that, you'll have so much more control. You feel like you have more control because you can't control something that's out of your control and you're going to feel out of control. Whereas if you can control what you can control, you're going to feel in control, of course, but then you're going to start creating from that place rather than creating from a place of hopelessness. And the last point that I want to talk about here is build unshakable resilience. The more resilience you have, the easier these times get. Tough times test you, but they also build you. I like to call them test days. It's like you might have a test day today. It's like that's all it is. Like you might have good days, you might have just, you know, like just the normal days, then you have test days. And those test days, they're the ones that you get so much more growth. The more test days you have, the more great days you're gonna have. So every time that you have a test day, go, yes, I know there's great days coming. And you change it. Already you've reframed that mindset around having a bad day to it's gonna make more good days. So good. You want more of them then. So then you have more good days. So they are test days. They're gonna test you, of course, but they build you. And so dive into them. Don't avoid them. Train your mind like you train your body. Push through the discomfort. Embrace those challenges and keep moving forward and keep moving in the direction that you want and controlling what you can control. And the resilience will come, and just keep going and go, this is why I'm doing this, this is why I'm doing this, this is why I'm doing this, because you got to connect back with your why. Now, I'm very clear on why I do things in my life. Now, a lot of people don't. One of the best things you can do is the 7 layers below tool, and you go, so, you know, why am I doing this, or why is this important? And then you go, okay, so let's say, for example, that you say, well, why do I go to the gym? And you might go, well, I go to the gym because it makes me feel good. Okay, and so why is that important to you? Why is feeling good important to you? And then you keep going down. This isn't a new concept, and I'd kind of forgot about it until I was down in Melbourne. My sister lives down in Melbourne with my niece and my nephew and her partner. And I was down there a few years ago, and my nephew at the time was probably 2 or 3. And I was getting up early going to the gym. And he came in and he's like, where are you going? I said, I'm going to the gym. He's like, why? And I was like, because it makes me feel good. Why? And he kept saying why. And I also realized that like I was like very curious, because a lot of other people would be like, stop asking me why. But I thought about it, I'm like, why? Because I understand that he's just trying to figure out world. He's just trying to figure out what the world means, what happens, what life is. He's just in this phase of learning, and he wants to know why. And he's trying to figure out maybe why people do things as well. But I kind of reflected too of like, well, why do I actually go to the gym? You know, it got me thinking. And so I kept going down, and then a little bit later on, I sat there and I wrote down even further, like, why do I do this? Why is that important? Why is that important? If you can connect back with your why and find out why we do all these things, then you just have the resilience, you have the strength to keep pushing forward. So many people don't know why they do it. So then when the time comes, you don't know why you do it, so then you don't. Like, this is why in business, when a lot of people, they chase the money and then they get to a point where they're not making money, their why was the money, and that's not there, so they lose interest, and then they find the next shiny object, or they try and do this. So you need to chase something that's more than money in business, because if you're just chasing the money, you're probably going to quit when times get tough. And so it's the same in life. If we don't know why we're doing things, we're probably going to want to quit. Now, I'm not saying quit as in not be here anymore, but quit what we're doing because the why isn't big enough. So whatever it is that you want to achieve in life, whatever it is that you want to get through, whatever it is you might be experiencing challenges in, write down, why is it important to you to achieve that or to get over this? Or why is it important to you to succeed in life or do X, Y, Z? And find the why. The bigger the why, the hows figure themselves out, and the more resilience and the more drive you will find just from finding out why. So Bruce Lee said, do not pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Because that's when all of the good things happen. If you wanted to train a human to get better, you'd give them challenges. You know, how do we grow? We have problem solving. We have challenges to overcome. We have to have that resistance to push through the resistance to make us better and bigger. That's like when you weight train, you push against resistance because it forces the muscle to grow and to adapt, and then you build your body. You get stronger. So life is the same, but most people avoid that. And then if you do the easy things in life, your life will be hard. If you do the hard things in life, your life will be easier. So go through and build the strength by going through those challenges, and you will be such a strong man that you won't even really realize when these little challenges come up, because the challenges will still be there. You'll just get better, and you'll get over challenges so much easier, and life just better. So the fundamental is though that life will test you, especially women, they will test you. But the choice is yours. You can stay down and you can just suffer and live in the piss pool where it's nice and warm and it's all comfortable and people feel sorry for you. Or you can rise stronger, which is what I recommend. You can face the setbacks head on and go, you know what, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna take the lessons. I know it's gonna make me better. I know it's gonna make me unstoppable. And then you will become unstoppable. So let me know what your biggest takeaway was. Comment down below. If there's anything I can do, let me know. Remember, I always got your back for life. If there's any questions that you have, reach me on social media, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. You made it to the end of the video and you are one of the top 1%ers who get to this point. Now, if you're sick and tired of not growing to the level that you want, if you're sick and tired of being the same spot that you were 12 months ago, if you're like, you know what, I've got so much more to offer, but I don't really know how to get there, then if that is you, down below, book in your call with one of my team. Just enter your phone, enter your email, and enter your number. And hey, look, we can't reach you if you enter details that are wrong. So enter your right details. We'll be able to reach out to you. We'll show you the 4 stages that we take men through that's gonna completely rip you out of your current situation and push you in a new direction that where you want to go. I will push you as hard as I can to get that outcome for you, because I know how much the life is good on the other side of it when we get out of the shit, when we get onto where we want to go. So click the button and I'll see you on the other side.